I didn't think I was going to talk about the Van Gogh Pikachu card collaboration with the Van Gogh Museum again because I thought it was settled. I thought, so, okay, basically the gist is that the back in like October or something, I believe is when it launched. But the Van Gogh Museum and Pokemon partnered up. They teamed up for the 50th like anniversary or something. And in order, like they put out a little exhibit to where you could go walk around. You can look at some artwork that was made by Pokemon, artists with the Van Gogh inspiration. Appreciate that. Learn some. I think you could also. It was meant more also for kids. So there was like a tracking like the map tour you did first in order to get to the end where you got, I believe, the Pokemon promo card, which is Pikachu with the gray felt hat. And then you could also stop by the gift shop to pick up some merchandise that was also for the collaboration. But it launched and people rioted. I only call it a riot because news sources have as well, but no, I mean, it basically was. Basically, they did this thing, scalpers descended to the Pokemon Museum in mass and out for blood. They wanted that Pikachu promo card in their hands. They wanted the products because they wanted to sell it for a really high price on eBay and stuff. And due to that, people were going bonkers. They were going bananas. Like, they were having security issues, and it was just bad to where the launch of the product, it was supposed to go on for like months, but no, within like a week or two, they shut down the program. So the Van Gogh Museum said, due to safety concerns, we're not doing this anymore. We're not giving out the card. Don't come to this. And I can only imagine what discussions had to be had between the Van Gogh Museum and Pokemon to allow that. Like, obviously that's probably the right decision. Like, staff should not feel threatened at all because people want Pokemon cards. Ridiculous, but no, like, you launch this thing, it's supposed to happen for some months, it's supposed to be, this awesome thing, and then you have to shut it down immediately. And so they did. And so the Van Gogh Pikachu cards, at first, maybe people were putting up listings, people were putting up some joke listings, but some were also like being sold for like $400 was, I feel like, I don't know though. Of course, that seems like an outlier. Even right now, it seems, I think last time I checked, the card was around $150. Not even that much money. Well, okay, it shouldn't be that much, but I don't know. The only reason I say that is because we have like alternate arts and other cards from sets that like you can just find, and they're very expensive. But no, this should be a Pokemon card mass printed sort of thing to where everybody gets a chance and it's super cheap and it's just everywhere and it's fun. But no. We did not have that happen. So they pulled out, and then people were like, now what? Because don't forget, I mean, people also wanted to visit the museum, or they were making trips, they bought tickets, they're planning, it's fun, it's hectic right now. And so that was a big disappointment. And then it announced that they were going to come out in the Netherlands, in stores in the Netherlands. You could pick up the card after buying like $35 of other product. But that was also limited to, whatever game stores got. Only 100 copies of the card they're going to be given out. So that, I thought that was our last chance, let's say. But then shockingly, apparently, the Van Gogh Pikachu is going back into the Van Gogh Museum. And despite the security concerns, they did say they were going to ramp up security more. For this to happen, which, I think they should. I'm so excited that it's going back and stuff. I just hope people behave, but I would love to go pick one up so badly. But also see the museum, like see the exhibit, see the event, and that's ultimately what I would love to have, and that's the desired outcome. The desired outcome of something like this is that, people would go to the Van Gogh Museum and look at the art, and then they could also bring their kids, and the kids can also see the museum art, but then see Pokemon artwork in the style and shape of it. It could be like a learning opportunity that they could connect with a bit more. It could be something like that. And then at the end of this, the main experience, which is the experience of the Van Gogh Museum, and seeing all this amazing artwork, you get, a keepsake. You get this cute little Pikachu card as a keepsake of your journey and stuff. And then you can get like some cute products. But yeah, unfortunately, I know that I've talked about it coming back and stuff. I don't actually have a date because right now we don't have a date other than like sometime in February. Okay, let's talk about the already disaster that's kind of happening with it. Oh my gosh, this collaboration. So, apparently, employees have already gotten fired for embezzling during Pokemon collaboration. Okay, so there's even an article, in Dutch that explains this, that 4 Van Gogh Museum employees are suspended for misconduct surrounding Pokemon cards. Apparently, they have been suspended because of their behavior during the Pokemon exhibition. So I'm kind of reading from the translation. Visitors were informed in various ways about moments when they could buy the wanted Pokemon cards. One employee allegedly embezzled a box of cards. So it confirms that it involves a number of operational services employees. It includes security guards, and also employees of the public service who work in the check room and at the box office. The museum does not want to say how many people were involved, but sources who don't want to make themselves known because they're still working at the museum report that it's at least 4 employees. And the employees, one of whom is said to have been employed for 25 years, and they didn't follow quote-unquote procedures and codes of conduct of staff, according to the museum. It would include according to sources, notifying visitors the moment they could buy Pokemon cards. It was previously revealed that those were later resold for amounts of over 100 euros. One employee also allegedly embezzled the box containing the valuable cards. And the exhibition, which featured 6 paintings of Pokemon in the style of Van Gogh, led to total craziness among visitors. For example, rare cards of Pikachu as Van Gogh's self-portrait were issued after a scavenger hunt through the museum. Images of collectors tumbling over each other in the museum were already circling on TikTok and Snapchat last fall. So remember, I guess it was a September launch or something, but museum tickets sold out in September. In October, they stopped issuing tickets due to resales for high amounts. They launched this in September or something, and then they planned to do it for a couple months until January 7th, but they pulled it so immediately after, and then like I said, now we've got this weird thing that like the collaboration time has kind of ended, but it's coming back now in like February, March or something. It's so chaotic. Like I said, I would love to hear what talks went on between Pokemon Company and Van Gogh Museum to make this possible again. Because like I said, it's such a sad, bad situation. It's such a good collaboration in like writing only, apparently, because people can't behave themselves in action. And like other people have said, and the thing is that I think when I say it's like historical and stuff, it is, because we're gonna look back on it and we're gonna see the crazy stories and be like, remember that horrible collaboration, instead of like, remember this amazing collaboration that Pokemon brought people to the Van Gogh Museum. Children got to connect with it more, connect with the art. You got to see some amazing art from, all that. It's, But yeah, that's the story. That's a whirlwind. This is, like, a really horrible story, like I said, to a great event. I hope that people are able to get their hands on them, even like visiting a shop in the Netherlands, getting product. I hope people are able to. That's the Pokemon news. I had to talk about it. Let me know your thoughts though. Let me know if you got one. Let me know if you want to try and get one, or anything you want to say. Let me know your thoughts, all that. It was fun to talk about it. Yeah, like I said, I'd love to hear from other people as well. So thank you so much for tuning into this little story. We'll see how it goes in the near future. All in all, thanks though for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye!